Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
It's the podcast where it's May the 4th be with you every day of the year. It's Guys of a Certain Age. Robbie Kobelin's in studio alongside
Art Shirley.
And Jay Reed.
You know, we need to change that up.
Okay.
Occasionally.
Jay Reed.
And Art Shirley.
Wow. Not exactly what I had in mind, but that's okay. So, how are you guys enjoying the May cold spell that just came through
I know,
last night?
it's crazy. I walked outside, I've got a short sleeve shirt on, and I went, good grief. So I threw a jacket on real quickly.
Yeah.
I went outside to leave the trash this morning and noticed I was going to need a long sleeve for a little while.
55 degrees this morning when I got up. Just crazy. And who knows how many inches of rain. Boy, this is a guy of a certain age conversation.
Already.
That's right. Y'all got a lot more rain than we did in West Point, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
more weather.
It's pretty rough here.
Yeah, it was
yesterday
pretty rough.
afternoon. I wasn't here yesterday afternoon, but I was getting reports.
South Mississippi got
Yeah, they
hit
really got hit hard.
horribly.
I was looking at a lot of that this morning.
So, so do you guys follow? Do you hit Matt Labaum's Mississippi Live Weather?
I mean, Matt
Not
Laubin?
Whatever.
I never know how to say it. Sometimes I think he throws a P in there. Matt Laupon. It's Laubon, right?
Well, that's how it's spelled, but I think you're right. I think he does kind of have a
Matt L.,
unique.
the former chief meteorologist.
Mississippi Live, YouTube only weather. Oh, not there's an app.
He's got his app.
Yeah, that's right. But not on a broadcast anyway.
No, but it's pretty great.
I looked at it yesterday, watched him some last night. I don't watch it as much as I thought I would when it first.
Well, you're now retired, so you have license too.
Yeah, that's
Mrs.
right.
Reed is very on point with the Mississippi Live. Yeah,
We still
from day
watch.
one.
We still watch WTBA. And then if there's something going on, I may watch it and see.
So the reason I bring it up, it's not necessarily a geek, but I'm pretty fascinated by what they've created. So he, Labaum, Matt L.,
Matt.
multiple Emmy award-winning meteorologist, was the chief meteorologist of WTBA, the NBC affiliate in Tupelo, and went viral a few years ago because he got onto one of his fellow meteorologists by the name of John DeLusick, who they had a little tech error, and poor John caught the brunt of it, and it made Kimmel.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Pray for John DeLusick when bad weather comes through. Anyway, he launched his own weather service, Mississippi Live Weather, and he's got a studio in his house. He's got a couple of other meteorologists associated with him, and they're doing like 5 or 6 live weather casts. Then they break in on their app or their YouTube live channel whenever, something in the state of Mississippi is happening. He's obviously based in Northeast Mississippi. But I'm fascinated by that direct-to-consumer model and the amount of sponsorships he has.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the studio, and I don't think it's at his house. I think he's got a place that's in like a...
like at Fair Park.
Yeah, and it's the room-to-room studio because room-to-room furniture is sponsoring that.
Yeah.
Mama Justice sponsors a lot of stuff.
Eat With Us.
Lawyer, Eat With Us does. Yeah, so he's got... And we're very curious about... I was just fascinated with the idea of how this model was going to work as opposed to just, getting the weather anytime you wanted to. But it's really interesting thing that he's doing. And other places are doing it as well.
Well, James Spann in Alabama, they've done something similar.
Yeah,
James Spann was at which of the
radio station, I think, wasn't he?
No, he's in Birmingham. He was a broadcast meteorologist on TV. He's also a Mississippi State graduate.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's this direct to consumer weather is pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the iPad app. No, I updated the app last night as weather was coming through. The Mississippi Live Weather app is the number 30 weather app on the App Store for iOS.
Wow, that's amazing. For 30, when you think about all the different weather apps there are, because I've got about 5 of them.
Yeah. And when it dropped, it was number 1 for like 3 or 4 days from a download standpoint.
Well, the uproar when they were going to fire all the weathermen.
Byron Allen.
In that giant organization.
They were.
Furor.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is consolidation and being able to service weather out of a central hub just to cut down on costs because the broadcast model is dying. Thank you, YouTube. So, but anyway, could have been my geek of the week, but it wasn't. So, but
could have been a week-long geek.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get into geeks. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Jay.
All right. Oh, see, is this like switching it up? Is this
Yeah, that's what we're switching it up. We don't know where we're going to go with it. Up is down.
Left is right.
North is south.
Yeah. So,
all right.
East is west, Jay. That was your cue. For
Okay, East is west. We have some. I have some Disney news. One of the biggest flops in Walt Disney World history is I can't even remember what they called it, but it was the big Star Wars
Galaxy's Edge.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Galaxy's Edge is the
Galaxy.
is the land. That's not a flop. It's
Okay.
It was the Star Cruiser.
Okay, yeah.
where you could stay and
That's
dress up.
being repurposed
Exactly.
for Imagineers.
Right. Well, why don't you just go ahead and do my gate, Robbie?
Switching it up.
You were looking for one earlier.
Yeah, that's right.
And he found one right there.
Go ahead.
This is why I let
So
you
yes,
go first.
they're gonna get it out of his system. They are repurposing it and building it into a big office complex for the Imagineers. And as I was looking at that, they said this is going to be particularly important because of some new lands that are coming. So I looked into that, and two of the lands that are coming to Disney World, this is being Florida, would be. One of them's Villains Land, which I think they could come up with a better name for that.
Yeah, don't care.
Maybe they'll come up, but it's going to be
Villains Land.
Regrettable villains.
Oh, hey. Maybe they'll ask us to do a remote podcast.
That's it. Wouldn't that be great?
So that apparently is in the book. It hasn't been announced. It's been announced that it's coming, but not when it's coming. And it's going to be a little bit darker. Obviously, not any more scary than the movies, but a roller coaster and a.
Well, that's scary enough.
Something else, but what I'm interested in most is something called Monstropolis, which is going to be from Monsters Inc.
Monstropolis. That's cool. Is that was that in the book in the movie?
I think that's the name of the city
they lived in.
The Monsters Inc. So one of the rides they're going to have is going to be the first suspended roller coaster that Walt Disney World has. And do you remember the door scene where they were chasing back and forth through the doors?
Yes.
So it's going to be like hanging doors in this roller coaster.
And this is where at Disney World?
Disney World, yeah.
Not at Disneyland though, probably.
That I don't know.
There's not a room really.
Yeah, so they're building Villains Land out from, I think they said, behind Big Thunder Railroad. And they're having to repurpose the Walt Disney World rail, not repurpose it, but redirect the rail line because of this. But the Monstropolis is going to be there where, I don't know if you've been to this, but there was a Muppets 3D.
It's been 25 years since I've been.
It's probably been about 20 years since I've been.
Yeah, so that may not even been there then, and now they're moving. It was Muppets 3D, which is a pretty big kind of show, and something else. But anyway, when we were down there this week, no, not this weekend, I wish. When we were down there earlier this year, that was closed off, but it didn't say why. It's just things are happening here, good things, and one of those funny little signs. But that's where it's going to be. So I don't go to Disney a lot, but although I do have a child that lives down there.
You've gone to Disney more than Art and I combined, so that's a lot compared to us.
Well, that's something I would want to go back for.
My sister goes about every other year. Yeah,
my brother used to. I don't think.
And
he
then
still does.
we know some. George Purnell, his family goes every year.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Jubilation Cheesecake.
Yeah, that's right.
Oof, good stuff.
Rusty does everything Disney. I think they just returned from a Disney cruise not long ago, and they've been on a bunch of those.
Hopefully they didn't contract a hantavirus.
Oh gosh,
the poop cruise.
Boy, I tell you what, that thing is oof.
Haunting.
Yeah. Well, they're, as we record, no one will let them dock. That cruise ship that's got that outbreak, no one will let them dock.
Oh gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and that's what
about
Becky was saying. You're like within. Not really, but you're like within swimming distance of the dock. And it's like people are going, why don't we just jump off and swim to shore?
Yeah, because
that'd be a good idea.
I
just put your luggage outside the door.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway. All right. Sorry, I rained on your parade. It's your turn, Art.
Okay, thanks. Paul McCartney has made some music news here as he's about to turn 84 years old. The first thing I'll mention is the Rolling Stones are coming out with an album sometime in July. They're still making albums. And Paul McCartney will be on that album. It's not the first time he's been on one. He played bass on a track of theirs in their last album they released. But I think he's going to be singing on this one. They've got other artists, including Steve Winwood, that are going to be on it. So that's kind of exciting.
Valerie! Yeah, anyway, that's it. Calling me.
Even get that out right now.
What a great song that I just butchered.
He's Steve Winwood's great.
Yeah.
But he's also got his own album coming out, The Boys of Dungeon Lane, and on it is a
Dungeon as in dungeon?
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Actually, I think, how do you spell dungeon as in dungeon?
Dundgeon.
Okay, this does not have a D. So I think
neither does the real word. It's Dungeon.
Okay. I thought it had a D in it too.
Who knows? Who listens to Jay?
Okay, so anyway, it is dungeon as in dungeon. But
is it not Dungeon?
Dungeon. That's French, isn't it?
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway,
One of
the album
those
probably is
European
out
things.
now, but
Lopan de Lucas. We're having trouble with pronunciations.
I tell you, I'm going to cut his mic. I'm going to just cut his mic off, and he
anyway,
can yell
he's
over
got a new
us.
song called "Home to Us," and it's the first duet with Ringo Starr.
Wait. Home to us or home to Husk?
Home to Us. Home to Us.
Okay. It did sound like you said
I did say that.
Home to Husk.
I can't pronounce us.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
the corn song. Home to Husk.
Home to Husk. I'm going home to Husk.
Oh wow. I don't know if that's a Sorry Mrs. Reed or not.
Yeah. Hopefully I have a lot of ears listening to it. But
Wow.
anyway.
There's a kernel of truth there.
Ooh, we won't be stalked.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've wrapped.
We're going to leave that one behind.
we think, yeah. All right, so
Jay, you got anything?
I'm stumped.
he's remaking his song. It's called "Maybe I'm Amazed." Okay. "Home to Us," which is a duet, the first ever duet with Ringo Starr. Paul and Ringo are the two remaining living Beatles. They've done many albums, many songs together before, but they actually are co-writing and singing this as a duet.
So we'll see who has the actual talent.
Yeah, well, I think we know, but everybody loves Ringo.
Everybody loves Ringo. He's just happy to be here.
That's right.
He's a drummer.
He's a drummer.
Say.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean,
Drummer always goes first. That's what he said.
Oh, no, he's proving wrong. Proving himself wrong.
drummers usually lead the hardest lives. So, but anyway, okay. Well, that got morbid fast.
You can't beat the life of a drummer.
They get ensnared a lot.
Wow.
All right,
Talk
roll out
about-
that bass voice of yours.
Talk about symbolism. All right. That one was great. That was.
I think we should maybe stick to the topic.
Oh,
wow.
And he comes in at the end.
with the stinger.
And I looked at him to do his geek. I'm looking over to Jay to do his geek because I have finished mine, and he's already gone.
Wait, we forget that Jay's the drummer in the room.
No, I didn't forget that.
No, did you not? Well, he hasn't. He never goes first here.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if Ringo says
That's what
drummers
Ringo,
go first.
yeah, that's what he said when Bob Dylan showed them the benefits, showed them marijuana for the first time. Oh. They said Ringo was the first one to try it.
Oh, okay.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Of course he was. My geek is pretty small, but kind of fun. So we were, Edge of Tomorrow, which was a great movie that was just not very well marketed.
Yeah, because it had a terrible name.
Because it had a terrible name. Live, Die, Repeat. Live, Die, Kill, Repeat, I think or Live, Kill, Die, Repeat was the manga, the comic book title. So I had Tom Cruise.
They put that on the posters.
Yeah.
And people thought that was the name of it. It actually did better. But Edge of Tomorrow sounds like a soap opera.
It does. It does. As the tomorrow turns or whatever.
Edge of Time.
It was Tom Cruise and
Emily Blunt.
who is married to Ryan Reynolds, right?
No, married to
John
Krasinski.
John Krasinski. That's right.
Jim from The Office. Jack Ryan.
Apparently Edge of Tomorrow 2 is going to start entering production sometime late this year. So I'm looking forward to that. I rewatched Edge of Tomorrow not long ago.
Really? I need to do that.
It holds up incredibly well.
Okay.
I can't remember if I saw that one.
I don't usually like those groundhog type of reset, shows, but that one, and Groundhog does too, but Edge of Tomorrow really worked well with that.
Yeah, it did.
And it kind of, I thought Tom Cruise was pretty good at poking fun at himself a little bit, especially, not knowing how to do things. And Emily Blunt basically being the action hero of it.
Yeah,
She's
was
great.
Yeah. The death angel of whatever. So you need to watch that, Jay, and you would enjoy
The
it.
more you talk about it, the more I think I may have seen it, but it's been a hot
Or did you dream about it?
That's possible.
The Rock in it.
Yeah. What?
There was The Rock in it.
Oh, it's scary that he dreams about The Rock. But
I'm
anyway.
still having work dreams.
Are you?
Yeah. Retired, 5 weeks now?
Oh, it's going to go on for a while.
Yeah. I'll still have work dreams.
Do you wake up panicky that
Sometimes.
you're late?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like thinking if y'all had this dream, thinking you've enrolled in a class at college and it's midway through the semester and you've completely forgotten that you went. So you hadn't been to that class. Did that actually happen to you?
Well, not exactly. Several classes I knew that I could like ace and they didn't take attendance or pass at least. I would go to get the syllabus at the end of week 2 because I never took, I waited till enrollment was done and then I would periodically check in and take the final. And, it was a introduction to computers class that I had to take for some reason, even though I'd gone all the way through computer animation. Yeah. And actually, I felt a little bad for the prof because I knew her professionally. She when I managed Channel 5 at First Methodist, she was there at Channel 5. At First Methodist. And I had to correct some of her stuff. She said Apple came up with PDF, and it's like, no.
Be Adobe.
Yeah, that would be Adobe. And that Adobe came up with PostScripts. Like, no, that was Apple. It was, anyway, yeah. She was a good sport about it. But I had those dreams of being late to class or not showing up at class since it took me 10 years to get a bachelor's degree. Literally. Yeah. For 10 years.
Wow.
It was crazy. So congratulations. You 40 years of dreams coming ahead of you.
That's right.
Yeah. Or 12. How long were you at AgCom? 14, 12, 13?
No, I was at AgCom for 11.
Yeah. So you'll have those dreams.
But
those
I'm dreaming about, it's not necessarily AgCom or extension dreams. It's, all goes. And I've always dreamed about like work back in Memphis and.
Yeah. I was working in Memphis. Yeah, so you'll have the extension.
Not too far from Bill, actually, a couple of blocks from Bill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite job? Hold on. That should be an episode.
Okay.
So don't answer that. Because you're done with jobs, so you don't really care anymore. So if you tick somebody off, they're not going to come get your retirement, are they?
I don't know,
You never know.
I never know.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk the legacy of Ted Turner up next. And we're back. We're going to talk Ted Turner, who passed away earlier this week at age, what was he?
He was 88, 89.
I'm looking.
He was born in 38.
87.
87. Okay. Yeah. 87. So Ted Turner is known as the founder of CNN, the guy who brought James Earl Jones to cable fame. This is CNN. But his family were in billboards in the Atlanta area. His dad committed.
That was Chicago.
It was Atlanta, I believe.
He moved to Atlanta, but the bio.
Well, Jay, why don't you tell us then? I'll just be quiet then.
Well, I don't have it up at this moment, but
that's where he started working, was for the Turner Billboard Company.
Yeah. And then they bought, he grew that. Then he bought, it wasn't WTBS, whatever. It became WTBS.
Cincinnati. That's where he was.
Cincinnati. WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was going to be my geek that there is a WKRP in Cincinnati again. So anyway, I'm going to bring up his Wikipedia and because everything there is correct.
Yeah, well, everything, the IMDb looks like it was written by poorly programmed AI. It was a lot of little errors. And
so he was born in Cincinnati, and he did not get it. He attended Brown University, but did not get a degree. So yay for college dropouts.
That's right.
Again.
No, he didn't drop out. He was kicked out.
What?
He was asked not to come back. Well, look,
invited to leave.
Yeah, well, he invited a co-ed to his room, and apparently that was against the rules, and so he was asked to leave Brown. But then he later got an honorary doctorate or something from Brown.
That's funny.
Because they wanted
because
his
all of a sudden they go, hey, money may count a little more than education.
Yeah. So he joins this list of Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all these folks who never matriculated at Institute of Higher Learning. So grew up in Cincinnati, right, Jay?
Correct.
There it comes.
Yeah. You can keep on going.
His father passed, and he
when he was 18 or something, wasn't it?
It was 24.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, I do know that.
He was at least old enough to take over the company, and I think he kind of built it up. And Then you sell it, and then it didn't ever say exactly how he ended up in Atlanta, but I know he bought this one station, WTCG, but
yeah, he bought a UHF station in Atlanta in 1970, and then he turned that to WTBS, did a call signal change.
Really took advantage of cable becoming,
that transformed
everywhere.
my TV watching as a kid.
So
TBS did. Yeah.
So WTBS, WGN, and what is it? What was it out of not Chicago, out of New York? Was it WYES out of New York?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
I don't remember that one, but
We didn't get them. Our cable packages didn't get them. We did get WGN for a while.
Yeah.
And when but
we got TBS.
we got TBS, and like you said, that became kind of because you had reruns of shows.
I remember Braves baseball and Space Giants.
Oh, I love Space Giants.
Space Giants.
Space Giants. Oh yeah. If you look at Space Giants and Ultraman and Spectreman as well.
I remember
also.
Ultraman and Spectreman.
Yeah, but Space Giants was great.
Yeah.
So what part of the brilliance of, as cable operators expanded in the United States, they needed programming. He threw his signal up on a satellite and basically gave it for almost nothing. I mean, pennies on the dollar. And he'd locked up all these rerun agreements for stuff like Gilligan's Island and
Brady Bunch. All this stuff. I mean, those shows.
What became TV Land.
Yes.
And because nobody had thought about, doing packages like that across satellite, he got those rights incredibly cheap, and then had Braves baseball, which was a losing proposition back in those days.
But I mean, it's the reason so many people are Braves fans.
Yeah,
around here
for sure.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with WGN. That's why there's so many Cubs fans across the country, me being one of them, is because we got in Meridian, we got the WGN and WTBS package at the same time, and they were on base cable. So WGN was VHF 3, and then TBS, I believe, was 11.
And that was particularly significant in that era because, I mean, for obvious reasons, we didn't have 1,000 streaming options and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
300 channels on your cable. So that was the really cool channel because otherwise it was PBS, ABC,
CBS,
NBC,
right.
Yeah, so you had the major networks and
C-SPAN.
Was that even?
I don't remember C-SPAN.
I don't remember C-SPAN being there then.
Really?
Not at the not at the
C-SPAN
beginning.
was like a late 70s thing. Early 80s, late 70s, and that got added to a base cable package as well. So,
or you were in the big city of Meridian, we were just in Starkville. So.
Yeah,
Our West Point, our Leland, even But let's see. When did TBS start?
I think 1980 is. Well, no, 80 is when he started.
CNN.
Yeah. So he bought the UHF station in 70 and morphed it into TBS.
Yes, he said 76 was when WTCG.
See, I don't remember seeing
It was 19.
WTBS until we had left Leland. It may have been in Long Beach, it may have been in West Point. But
It
that
was
was 77.
78, 77, 79 is when I remembered TBS.
Yeah, it's kind of really exploding.
Yeah.
You had Bill Tush and all this kind of stuff. And,
Bill Tush, yeah. Well, and then also remember, they were the ones, and somebody joked about this, all programming was started 5 minutes after
But
the
that
hour.
didn't start right away. I can remember when they changed to that and thought, okay, and it's a gimmick. I mean, obviously, because it's just starting after the top of the hour. But he did that because people are coming home. I said, well, okay, you either got people coming home in 5 minutes or 35 minutes. But.
So I saw some commentator said, there's a massive marketing opportunity that they should miss. They should live stream his funeral. It should start at 7:05.
Yeah. Well,
I saw a Facebook post that said if it didn't start at 2:05, he's going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, that's right.
Or he would be.
I saw the thing that said, they thought it was originally going to pass at 8:00 p.m., but he managed to hold on to 8:05. So we all saw a different thing, taking advantage of the same joke. But from TBS came
CNN.
What was it? There were other stations too. I mean, there were other.
Well, so CNN was founded in 80.
Yeah.
And
that's 24-hour news, which has completely changed.
Nobody thought it would last at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
for better or worse, that has completely changed the world.
And then TNT was the next I believe
TNT was
next. I'm looking to see if I've got a list of when stuff came up. WTBS after leaving Brown University, and changed the call signs, blah, 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 blah. And then he bought a station in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. I didn't realize that. And then became TBS in 76, started pushing all their stuff out. Do you guys remember the Goodwill Games? That was his version of the Olympics.
I'd forgotten about
Did
that.
Prince Harry, is that Prince Harry involved with that? Is that completely different? I do remember that.
I don't know, but it was something.
Prince Harry would have been way too young.
May have not been born then.
No, he would have been way too. He's got a similar.
Yeah. But this is what
that was
Olympic
long before
boycott.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
And he created the Goodwill Games.
Yeah, that's right.
In 86. CNN was launched. Turner in 80. Turner Doomsday Video. Wow, we won't be signing off until the world ends. We'll be on. We'll cover the end of the world live, and that will be our last event. We'll play the national anthem only one time on the 1st of June when they launch. This is his quote. And when the end of the world comes, we'll play Nearer, My God, to Thee before we sign off.
That's too funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Also, one of my favorite channels that he created was TCM, Turner Classic Movies, which still remains faithful to the idea of presenting the movie as it was originally intended, so that there's no commercial interruptions. What is it? American Movie Classics, AMC, has commercials during there. So I always preferred TCM to that.
So he tried to buy CBS because, CBS has been in and out of financial trouble for 50 years. When he couldn't do that, he bought the MGM United Artists catalog, which launched Turner Classic Movies.
Right, okay.
And then
he tried to colorize some of them and got some.
Yes. And that's what's interesting is because otherwise it's so faithful to it, but he himself wanted to do things that, purists did not care for at all.
He in 88, he purchased Jim Crockett Promotions, renamed it World Championship Wrestling.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
WCW.
which was the competitor to
WWE.
To WWF back then.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And so I remember my grandmother would watch wrestling, on TBS Saturday afternoons. I don't know if you guys remember wrestling on TBS on Saturday afternoons, but
I watched.
It was amazing.
We watched it on NBC.
We watched whatever Dave Brown.
Dave Brown from
out of Memphis.
Also weatherman.
Yeah.
Weatherman / wrestling announcer.
Really?
Wrestling, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah. TNT, Turner Network Television, followed in 88.
What was that?
TNT, Turner Network Television.
Okay.
TNT, which... so they started with Gone with the Wind, and so that became a movie outlet. And then Turner Classic Movies in 94, and then when did Cartoon Network launch?
Before you talking about Gone with the Wind, did you see he in the CNN Center, which had CNN and a bunch of other things in that building in Atlanta, he had a 6-screen movie complex, and one of the screens showed Gone with the Wind twice a day.
Wow.
For I guess
his favorite movie.
Forever. Yeah.
He thought about buying Paramount. That didn't happen. And so he owned the Ice Hockey League, the Thrashers, owned the Braves.
Did he own the Hawks too for a while?
Did he?
I think I read that. It was
you?
three different things. I know he had of course he had the Braves, but I was thinking he had the others too.
So he bought the Hanna-Barbera library and launched Cartoon Network in 92. So, and I have a poster in one of my edit bays. It's a print of all the primary Hanna-Barbera characters, and it's autographed by Hanna-Barbera.
Wow.
And
I've seen it many times.
Yeah. And when I ran Channel 5, we aired Turner programming.
Oh, okay.
And so we did Captain Planet and the Planeteers, which was his environmental cartoon, and several other things. And so they sent all the GMs for Christmas one year that print, launching the Cartoon Network, and it was friggin' cool. I still got it to this day. So but
sailor. I mean, he had sailboat. He raced sailboats.
He's in the
you would often
yachting Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you would also see him drunk on camera after a race. Very drunk.
He won one of the big
Yeah.
yacht races.
Which I don't know enough about him to know.
I don't really either.
But married to Jane Fonda for a while.
For 10 years?
10 years. It's longer than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Now,
well,
they
in
divorced.
human years at 70. I would
Yeah.
think.
He sold his company, sold everything for like $8 billion to Warner Brothers. Is that
Time
right?
Warner.
Time Warner.
And
Yeah,
96.
merged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merged with them.
And eventually got, kicked out.
Yeah.
He said he lost a lot in that merger somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he was fired as head of the cable news division, but he
Yeah.
was still, I think, the largest shareholder at the time. And then Time Warner was purchased by AOL. My, how that aged well. And, then they started selling stuff off. And, that's when they sold the Braves off. And basically all the things that he had bought, except for the cable networks, he sold off. Do you guys remember when Headline News was launched?
Yes.
And that would have been probably 88, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I don't have it
in
in the list.
Memphis. Because we started watching that a lot just because it was an easy way to get
Yeah.
the news quickly.
It basically a 30-minute newscast twice an hour. And sometimes I learned to look for these things. So they would record it and then they would play it back. And if they didn't do a clean edit, you might see a flicker frame of a previous newscast at a break. I caught that a couple of times. So, but again, revolutionized news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was particularly important for us as we were living overseas. And one of the that was one of the few channels we could get in the beginning of our 10 years over there that was in English.
Yeah.
So we could always count on, and it was CNN International.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
what
forgot
you were
about that,
seeing
too.
here, but those anchors became familiar faces to us for a long time.
Okay.
So CNN International, CNN SI. Remember when they tried to go against ESPN,
ESPN.
with CNN Sports Illustrated?
That didn't do well.
That didn't do well.
Yeah.
And Cartoon Network,
Boomerang, I guess.
Boomerang,
Yeah.
because it's all coming back to you.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
That's such a great tagline.
I mean, like one of the greatest ever. So, but I mean, what's his legacy?
I think CNN is his legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think obviously there's a whole lot that's going on. I mean, with TCM, he's done a lot for film conservation and health preservation, rather. He's done a lot for conservation in terms of helping to bring back the American buffalo, the bison.
Well, we didn't even talk about any of that.
Yeah, what's the name of his restaurant?
But I'm saying-
Montana Grill or something.
But I think CNN has probably. It could be argued that without TBS, it'd be no CNN. So maybe that's. But to me, the thing that he'll be remembered for, it's the first thing you mentioned, is CNN
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
and the idea of 24-hour news. And again, for better or worse, do we manufacture news to fill the 24 hours?
Well, that's why I think I leaned toward headline news back in the day.
Yeah.
Because it was already becoming so much more commentary than news.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom watches CNN all day long.
My father-in-law used to.
Why don't you change to something else? Well, I want to find out what's going on. I said, well, you're going to find out what's going on multiple times during the day. Once you
12
find that
different
out,
perspectives.
the perspectives is what people think's going on. But
He was the largest private landowner in the U.S. until 2011.
wow,
And so,
where is his land?
Montana, I think.
Montana?
So he had Ted's Montana Grill, and he helped repopularize bison meat. And so from his ranches, he provided bison meat to the Montana Grill. So he amassed the largest privately owned bison herd in the world. So, yeah.
I wonder if he was as environmentally, because I haven't looked at the timeline, but did Jane Fonda
I wonder if that's.
any of that?
I would feel like that was probably true.
That was such an
Well,
odd
his
couple.
nickname was Mouth of the South.
Yeah.
In Captain Outrageous. So, I mean, he really is. So Slate Magazine called him the Alexander the Great of broadcasting. And I mean, he's really that one of those first. I mean, he and Rupert Murdoch were huge rivals, right? But I just can't think of anybody in the cable industry who had that much influence for that long.
So how many other names do you know out of that? I mean, you might because you're in broadcasting of a sort, but it's not. I don't know any other names really.
Well, I think Barry Diller, who was at QVC, then came to Paramount, and the Redstones, who had Paramount, but nobody like Ted Turner. I mean, because it's such a wide swath of American life. I mean, and he was a larger than life person.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you'd see him on TV like as much for drunken interviews as you would anything else. So
pretty glamorous, and the Braves finally won the World Series.
Yeah,
and that may be another legacy, because the Braves, I mean, they're on I saw them in their original stadium, and then it's
Fulton County Stadium.
Pre Ted Turner, and then I went to a game in what he built essentially.
Yeah,
I haven't been now. They're in their third stadium. I haven't been to that
Truist
one yet.
Park. Yeah,
but I haven't been there yet. But we just kind of repeating what we said earlier. Without that initial, especially in the viewing area in the South, I mean, I don't think the Braves would be what they are today.
Yeah. I mean, I think like I said,
fan-wise,
for each of us, there's probably a niche that he, for me, it's the Turner Classic Movies. I got rid of my Xfinity Comcast subscription when they dropped Turner Classic Movies. That's when I said, okay, that's the final straw. Got rid of it. That's when we got, I think at that point I think we did YouTube TV first, went to Hulu, and then now back to YouTube TV. But because they carried it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And so when I retire, I'm going to watch more of those.
This is long before I retired.
Oh, I know.
That's when he was semi-retired.
It's weird because I don't feel like I can sit down and just watch a movie during the day. I feel guilty about that. Hopefully I'll get over that.
Hopefully that'll pass.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else that you can think of?
There was one quote I came across that, I mean, this is not very positive on him, but he had, I think, 5 kids, none with Jane, but 2 with first wife, 3 with the second, or something like that. But then he said, I wish I'd only had 1 child because the world is overpopulated.
Wow.
Yeah. So imagine being one of those 5.
Well, 2 through 5.
Yeah.
Well, Ted, there were ways to prevent.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe you should have been paying attention at Brown and some other classes. So,
well, he did have the co-ed up to the room, so it's Brown's fault for kicking him out before he could find out.
That's it. It's all Brown's fault. So, but just one of the last media mogul giants, and there's a lot of folks doing the tomahawk chop because of Ted. I mean, that Braves legacy. I mean, they became known as America's team.
Yeah,
and I mean, fans all over the place. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you next time around.